Welcome back to the channel. Call me crazy, I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. What do you think about me filming this on New Year's Eve?
I'm used to things like this now.
She's got used to things like this now. This evening I'm going to be smoking the Drew Estate Liga Privada cigar. This is a number 9 Robusto cigar, 5 inches in length with a 54 ring gauge. Strength is full bodied. And after the last cigar review, if you haven't seen it, I'll put the video up here, you can go check it out. For me, personally, that was a very strong cigar, so I'm hoping this one isn't as strong as that. And if it is strong, I hope that the flavours are more up my street. So that's the cigar. You'll see some footage of it at the start of the video. I'm going to start with a punch cut, because I haven't done a punch cut in a while. I will then move into a V cut, and then I'll finish with these fancy little scissors for a straight cut. Perfect amount of resistance on the stick. Let's go for a light. I think I've got some air trapped in this lighter. Look at it.
What's wrong? Is that one of the new ones?
I'm not cool enough. Perfection. Of course, I'm having this with a coffee, and thankfully we've got some Coca-Cola in the fridge as well, because I might need a sugar kick if this thing is going to beat my ass. Online, these are selling for £42, which is converted at the moment to $54. So you can let me know if you're in America, you can let me know if that's an expensive price for one of these. I'm sure it probably is. Let's go for a first draw. First draw was good. Took a little bit of time to settle in there, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. I've got some spices at the back of my throat, so I don't know if I just need to take it a little bit easier on the draws or not, but I'll get into this cigar and touch base with you guys at around the halfway mark, so stick with me and I'll see you in a few minutes. We are back. About halfway down the cigar now. It's been a very slow burning cigar. I've actually had to go for a few relights, which has been a little bit frustrating. Other than that though, razor sharp burn. Cannot explain to you how smoky this cigar is. It's absolutely putting out clouds, which is really nice. The flavours that I'm getting from this cigar, it's like licking the bottom of a leather boot. And if you can imagine making a coffee in a French press, leaving it for a couple of days, and then eating the coffee grounds, it's kind of like that. A weird espresso leathery boot taste, which is an acquired taste. Unfortunately for me, this is just another one of those cigars that's not up my street, but I get it. I can understand why somebody would enjoy this cigar. It is strong, it's robust. The flavours are all man, if that makes sense. Not struggling with the strength of it at all, but the flavours there, they're just not my cup of tea. So I'm going to smoke it down into the final third, and I'll give you my final thoughts in just a minute. Alright, so on second thoughts, I'm not going to smoke any more of this cigar because unfortunately I'm just not enjoying it. And similarly to the last video that I made, it's not because it's a bad cigar, it's just not a cigar for me. And that kind of leads me into a few thoughts that I've had, and this is only based on the last couple of videos that I've made where I'm smoking these New World cigars. The reason I started introducing myself to more New World cigars is because I was having no luck with Cuban cigars. Out of the shop, they were not ready to be smoked and they needed age. I'm not really into cigars for the aging process. I want to buy a cigar to smoke it and enjoy it. But it seemed impossible to do that with Cuban cigars. If you bought an aged Cuban cigar, they're super expensive. And with that, there's no guarantees that they're not going to be plugged. They're not going to burn properly. There's no guarantees that the flavours are going to be there. There's no guarantees that you're going to enjoy the cigar in general. So it's tricky, and they're not cheap. And I don't like spending a lot of money on a cigar that ends up being plugged or you just don't enjoy. Which again is why I wanted to start smoking more New World cigars. But with recent New World cigars, I'm finding them to just be a bit too strong, or the flavour profiles are not there for me. So I'm having a bit of a predicament with finding a cigar that's up my street. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, if you'd be so kind, is to get involved in the comment box below and recommend to me some New World cigars that are not too strong and don't have flavour profiles that are suited more towards somebody who likes an earthy, leathery, espresso type of cigar. If you can do that, I'd really appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you a positive feedback on this cigar. I will stress that it's not a bad cigar. It's just not a cigar for me. So don't let this review put you off of trying this cigar for yourself. So I'm going to put this cigar down now, and until next time, I'll see you all very soon. I hope you guys have a happy new year, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.